Hi all! So I'm back with part 2 of my non-Tarot de Marseille pip style decks. And I've got a little guest here. I've got kind of a collection of little witchy statues that you used to be able to find at Target. And I've got a few, and she's one of my favorites. And of course Target doesn't get anything fun like that for Halloween anymore, but I thought I'd bring her down for a little desk ornament here. So continuing on here, oh gosh, I didn't even check to see if this one's in order. I assume it is because I don't believe I've ever actually read with it. And this is of course the Oswald Wirth deck. And I'm pretty sure this one is still available if you want it. So it looks like I've had this one for a while. It says copyright 1976, so, and there's no, the thing I always look for that's a real tell with these is if US Games has their website listed on the box, and there's nothing on here. So this is clearly from the olden days, from before everybody was on the web. It's one of the blank cards. This is what the backs look like. There we go. So I'm pretty sure this is, yeah, it's a pip deck. Let me get the other blank, and I've got the booklet here. Let's see. Oh, so yeah, it's just a little fold-out pamphlet-y thing with some information. And yeah, this was back when you could send them $2 for a full color catalog. So that was a long time ago. So anyway, this is like one of the most disturbing Fool cards. I mean, the guy is just, that face is so disturbing. And the teeth. Let's see if it'll focus on, no, it's too close. It's still too close. Come on. Oh, for heaven's sake. Well, if you can pull it up and see it clearly, I mean, almost animalistic. It's just creepy. But and it's got this like bronzy gold paint background. Come on. I can't figure out where to focus. That's what I get for messing with the settings. Should have left well enough alone. Get the glare off him there. Oh my goodness. Why isn't it tracking? There we go. I'll try to keep an eye on the time. I don't know how many of these decks I can get through. And Justice is 8, of course. Now this is interesting. I noticed this on one of the others that I showed yesterday, but it seems to have disappeared out of most of the more recent renditions. The Hermit has this little snake with him. I forget which one it was I was looking at yesterday, and I noticed it afterwards and didn't comment on it. Strength card. Hanged Man, looks like money falling out of his little pockets there. This really is a very beautiful deck. If it wasn't for that disturbing fool. Devil has Salve et Coagula. La Maison Dieu, the House of God. I don't remember if I bought this deck directly or if this is one that I bought used on eBay. I think I bought this one initially. Come on. Oh, this is making me crazy. There we go. And now we come to our pips. Yeah, until I started collecting the actual Tarot de Marseille decks, I never really looked very hard at these cards. And they really are quite beautiful. And I'm so glad that I finally gained an appreciation for them. It's hard to get the glare off. So the goldish background. It's not a bright gold, and it almost looks more like bronzy in person. I hope the camera's kind of picking that up. But boy, these quartz really are so lovely. Fabulous Ace of Cups, which is very, very much in the style of the traditional Tarot de Marseille. I'll just show a few of these. So the ornamentation on them, like these pale blue flowers, I just think are so pretty. Look at his little shoes. Come on. Just can't figure out where to focus. Beautiful Ace of Swords. Oh my God, if this thing doesn't stop. I don't know why it's focusing off to the left there. this is really starting to irritate me. Let me fix these settings. I'll be right back. Okay, let's see if that's any better. It doesn't seem to be, and I don't know why. Alrighty. Maybe I can draw it with this. See if that helps. Okay, one more try to fix these settings. Be right back. Alright, let's try to continue on. Let's see if we can get this thing to behave itself. I don't know why I got this little focusing square, but it's like in the bottom left of my camera, the viewfinder thing. The little, what do you call it, screen that I'm looking through. There we go. Oh, why this thing's having such a hard time today. Ugh. Okay, so let me put that one away before I damage any of the cards. And then I'm going to go on to one that I think it may be out of print. I'm not sure, but it pops up every once in a while on eBay. And this is the Prediction Tarot. Come on. Duh. There we go. And this came out 1985. From Aquarian Press in Great Britain, and I got this in a trade with somebody back before I really knew about trading tarot decks, but it was somebody local, and we met for a cup of tea in Portland somewhere, and she gave me the deck, and I don't know, I gave her some candles or something in trade. Oh, this bloody thing just will not focus. And I really like the majors on this. I love the color palette. I don't know why it's doing this. It's making me crazy. That's all I know. I had not realized until I started going through all these decks that all the ones that have pips have justice as 8 and strength as 11 instead of Waite's arrangement with strength at 8 and justice at 11. And if you're hearing a lot of noise outside, the house next door is for sale, and it sounds like they're outside doing some power washing or something. And it looks like he's got the little coins falling out of his pockets too. Can't focus that close. She makes me nuts sometimes. Let's see. There's an old book by Sasha Fenton on reading the tarot cards that uses this deck. I think it's called Super Tarot. And I do not know if the book is still in print. I kind of think not. And I think this deck may be out of print. Isn't that beautiful? I just love this star card. It's so gorgeous. And the moon. Oh, I just love this moon card. And this is a smaller deck than a lot of them. The Oswald Wirth, by comparison, is, you know, very large. You can see. And this one is, I don't know, I think it's even smaller than a lot of the standard decks. It feels very small. So, okay, looks like my minors are not in order, but that's all right. I'll just take a quick look at some of these. And they are, after all, pips, so. I don't know why those are out of order and the majors aren't. Oh, and these are the backs, so they're, you know, if you're one of those people who likes to not know if a card is reversed or not, it wouldn't work for you. But I always, when I lay the cards down, I just lay them down face up anyway. So that's never been an issue for me. It's focusing on that corner. Okay, so anyway, like I said, that one you can, if you're interested, probably pops up on eBay once in a while. So you could probably find a copy of it. The one I got came without a box, but she did give me this little zippered pouch with the cards. So I did have the book. Okay, I'll struggle with those later. And I'm not really sure how we're doing on time because I got a little sidetracked with changing out the trying to fix this stupid camera here, so I don't know how long we're running here. Anyway, it's the Visconti tarot that was put out by Scarabeo a while back, and it came with all these cards. They're like double-sided with instructions and interpretations. I don't know if there's any English. This came out in 1995. I know I bought this one brand new. Oh yeah, so there is English. It's like Spanish, German, Italian, and English, I think. But it also came with a little book, which I think is all English. Yeah, interesting. This is the one that has the gold background, as you can see. It's very pretty. Come on, focus. You stupid thing. Oh, this thing's just making me crazy. I don't know why it's doing this. Now this is back when they were still putting the titles up the sides, and I just really hated that, and because of that I've never really used this deck, even though it's really beautiful. It's the Emperor, and little Papa, the Hierophant, Lovers, Chariot, catching a little reflection of the camera there, Justice at 8, beautiful Hermit, oh yeah. I hope I can get this camera fixed because this is making me crazy. Beautiful Wheel of Fortune. Oops. Kind of a disturbing strength card though. Clubbing this poor little animal. Oh my God. I don't know why it's only focusing on that corner. It's making me nuts. I'm not sure. I think the star was one of the cards they had to recreate for this deck. It's very beautiful. And then the minors don't have quite so much gold on them. There we go. Very, very ornate pip cards. Ace of Cups. And they do have some gold in them, but not as heavy as the majors and the quartz. I think this is one of the first decks that they came out with that had this gold on the backing like this. And there's the Nefertari's Tarot, which I also have, but it's not a pip deck, so I didn't bust it out for this one. Come on. Oh, that gold is throwing off the lighting. Ace of Swords. Really are very beautiful cards. So there is some gold in them, as you can see, but nothing like the others, like the people cards. These aren't focusing, are they? And that's that. I'm pretty sure this one is still in print if you're interested. I try not to show too many out of print decks because that's just really frustrating if you see one and you like it and you can't have it. But sooner or later, everything turns up on eBay. Okay, so I got a little bit of time. Probably squeeze in one more deck on this video. And I'm going to go with, this one I just really have been dying to get to. The Tarot of the Witches. This is by Fergus Hall. And again, this is, it says 1974 copyright, but I know I didn't buy mine then. It's newer. I'm pretty sure I bought this one in the 90s too, but maybe it's just a leftover. Maybe it really was printed in 74. I don't know, because again, this is clearly before US Games had a website, because there is no information on the box. I really have to fix this camera. This is making me crazy. Okay, well, I clearly have to go back and read the manual because nothing is working, and it's just making me crazy, but let's press on. So, here is the Fool. The artwork on this is just I don't know what they call it, but to me it's kind of surreal. And again, this is one of those decks that has the tarot design on the back. And there is the gorgeous High Priestess. Just love her. And I first saw this, I think, in a shop in Berkeley in like 1978. I was out in California visiting my sister, who at the time lived in San Francisco. I mean, look at the beard on this guy. Jesus. It's got a bird's nest in it. It's interesting how everybody has made the switch with justice and strength in the newer decks, and a lot of these older decks preserve the Tarot de Marseille numbering. That's a really different strength card. Tearing the phone book apart. Remember phone books? You know what this guy's doing? Reading a book upside down there. I swear to God, death to power tools. Well, that is just, I mean, that is like the coolest star card. And look at this sun. I mean, seriously, how could you not laugh when you see that sun card? I just love that. It just cracks me up every time I look at it. Mother Earth doesn't look too happy. And miners. Just making me crazy. Very strong colors for the suits. As you can see, the cups have this beautiful blue. red for the swords. Come on. Just can't figure out where to focus, and I don't know why. I didn't change that setting. It's very strange. So a lot of people are probably know this is the Live and Let Die deck because it was used in that James Bond movie. I don't know if it was created specifically for the movie or if they just decided to use it. I can't remember. So okay, I think we'll call it good on this video because I think it's running pretty long, and I've got more decks, so there will be at least a part 3, possibly a part 4 with these pip decks of mine. And once again, I thank you very much for watching, and my little witchy poo thanks you for coming by, and we will talk again soon, and if you like, please subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and blessed be.